All right, Lake Tawakoni, bass champs practice. Bass champs here this coming Saturday. This is Monday, but I practice Saturday too, so I'm gonna take y'all through Saturday first. This is there's only 2 Mondays a year you're allowed to practice for a bass champs tournament, Labor Day and Memorial Day. So I took advantage of that today. The wind blew like crazy, but let's start with Saturday. So this time of year, water's in the low 70s, 72, 74 degrees. What I was really hoping to find was a shad spawn. So shad spawn is exactly what it sounds like. It's when the shad are spawning. They usually do it on clay or on rocks or on grass, but there's no grass in this lake. So I actually put in at the little cross bridge down there on the west side of the lake, and literally as I'm backing the boat down the ramp, I can see shad jumping onto the ramp. So there's a shad spawn going on right there. All I did was crank the big motor to get it off the trailer, back it off the bank, put the trolling motor down, and this is what starts out right off the bat. You see shad spawn? Wrong kind, but that's a mag right there. Here to tell you. So caught those fish right there. Obviously a bunch of big sandies and hybrids mixed in that. I guess those are hybrids, I believe. So I ran on up the lake, and basically I was just looking for birds, running looking for birds. Birds are a sure sign usually that the shad spawn's on a spot, and ran up on a little spot, had some birds on it, and it did just bang, 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 just like this right here. So that was my early bite. And then I went on down the lake on some main lake stuff and did some dragging and did some football jigging and did some cranking, and really didn't catch much. I think maybe I caught one fish on a biffle bug. If I did, I'll stick it in right there. Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it's a bite out there. Tearing off a little main lake point, about 8 feet of water on the old biffle bug. Doink. And then I went dock flipping and caught a lot of fish fishing the docks. I was catching them on a little Munch crankbait from 6 Sense on a 100 series crankbait, and you guys know me, if I'm flipping docks, I'm throwing that Berkley power worm. That's just my go-to bait. But you know, that's just not going to get it here. I mean, last year there were 2 26-pound stringers. We had 16, I think, and finished in like 12th place. So you got to catch better quality fish. And so I knew what I wanted to do today, because I knew I had a sense that there was a place we might catch some big fish. But Saturday, I decided to go on up the lake and fish the muddy water and just fish anything in the water. Because a lot of times, the dirtier the water, the shallower the fish will get, especially your better fish. And man, I hit a couple of docks that were just loaded with fish. And this is that little stretch right here. Well, this is the first dock I flipped on today. That's the third pole I flipped on. It ain't a giant, but that's a bite. It did not take long at all. I come up the lake, got in a little dirtier water, and it did not take long on the power worm. That's literally, I flipped that dock and I turned around and flipped this dock. That is the next flip, even though I turned the camera off. And he almost got it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Right here. But then, you know, I decided, I don't know why I picked that big crankbait back up, that 100 series crankbait. So it's a, for those who don't know 6 Sense crankbait, it's basically the size of a 2.0, or 2.0 I think is a strike king bait. Anyway, I finally stuck a quality fish. I saw this fish. This fish was 4 to 5 pound fish. I had jumped off a couple of other fish. I actually had broke a hook off the back of that bait pretty early and hadn't fixed it. And so here's that fish I lost. I think I have footage of that. That's a good one. I saw that one. But that, I think you even heard me say there, that was a dandy. It was a good fish. And so I kind of closed the day fishing a few other things. I don't think I caught anything else. If I did, I'll slip them in right there. But I knew, based upon what I saw yesterday, I felt like I could go to that dirty water and crank and flip and catch some fish. But I still felt like I had to find an early shad spawn. So I came back today, and I'll take you through today's fishing on Thursday. So stick around and we'll go through Monday's fishing on Thursday. How confusing is that? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope to see you guys down here for Bass Champs this coming Saturday. And hopefully the dadgum wind will lay down. But you know what I noticed today? I was really surprised. The wind howled today. I mean, we had 20, 25 mile an hour gusts today. And this lake is still pretty doggone fishable. There's so much, and it was the south. maybe a little bit of west, but it's certainly a south wind, and there's just a lot of this lake you could still fish. So even if we get some big wind, you know, Chad and Jeff will let us trailer if we do. They always have. They think of their anglers and their safety first. There's plenty to fish here, so hopefully we'll get some decent weather and not boiling hot, and hopefully the fish will bite for us again. So